Hi friends, it's Liz here. Thank you for joining me today. We are going to be making something really fun. One of my favorite things to do. We're going to be creating an easy glue book. I have shown you how to make these before. This is a sample of my previous one that we did. And I thought I would just, kind of revisit it. I'm making another one and I thought I would just turn the camera on and show you. And I'm also going to be doing a little bit of an entry as well. So you'll need a few envelopes to put this together. I'm using these pink and white ones that I have, but I also have a lot of those junk mail envelopes that we all get, our bills and that sort of thing. So open them up and pick your favorite ones. It does not matter what the print is inside or outside because this is our glue book. So we will be covering up most of the background of it anyways. I do have a flip through of this one on my channel and I will show you, I will link that below. But I did want to mention this is an easy bound journal. The one we'll make today will actually bind it as well very easily, but in a different way. And I also have a video on my channel just showing you some very easy binding ideas. I think I have 5 or 6 different ones in that video. If you wanted to check it out, I will link it below. So I'm going to use these 2 envelopes for my cover, and all I'm doing is going to be attaching them together, and then that will be forming the cover for my little glue book. I guess it's a glue book because that's what I'll be using it for. It could be a junk journal, really made out of junk. And those are really my favorite ones to make because there's nothing precious about this. I gather things that would otherwise have been, put in the recycle bin or, tossed by others. And I make something new and exciting for myself. And I don't have to worry about, using my precious scrapbook paper that is so expensive right now, or printing anything out, or just worrying about any of that. That's what I love about these types of quick journals, is that you can just do as much as you want at as many junk, pages as you want, and not worry that you wasted anything. We all get some sort of mail. If you don't, ask your friends or family to gather some envelopes for you. Envelopes are found at dollar stores, at thrift stores. I mean, you can just find them everywhere. So that's not going to be an issue, I don't think, for you to find any. At this point, I'm just going through just to see the placement of my pages. I'm not really worried about that either, but sometimes I want to vary where, what kind of color maybe is next on as a page, etc. And since I'm working with a couple of these really bright pink ones, I thought I would kind of put that one in the center to just give me already a lot of color as my background. The other thing we're going to do now is I'm just showing you how easily I bound this one. I just stapled it. I could have done the 3-hole pamphlet stitch. I could have done so many things, but I just wanted to staple it. I didn't want to think about it too much. I was just excited about starting a new one, which is always fun for me. And I also haven't added too many envelopes as my pages because I think this will be my fall one, and then I'm going to switch to maybe a holiday one. Now here I'm just showing you a collage that I did a little while back. I've done a couple of them. I just really love them because they're also so easy to do and put together. And then you just have so much fun with the patterns. So, but what I've done with this one is my original ones. I'm just trying to gather them here. And what I did is I made a copy of them so I could tear them up and use them in my projects, but also have my original ones if I wanted to print another one. However, these ones I printed on large sticker paper. And I love that as well because, for one, it's easy to peel off and stick to any surface. But secondly, I can, cut out shapes and or do some die cutting with them. And that also gives me some sort of sample stickers. I could cut them up in strips, and now I have my own washi strips. So there's just so much you can do. And I thought I would just use these to maybe do some embellishing on my cover. I could have just taken out, you know, different papers that I had on hand and started to kind of glue those on. But because I already had these printed on sticker paper, I thought they would be so much easier to use for my cover. Of course, you can use whatever you want. In fact, you don't even have to completely decorate your cover. This could be part of your glue book, so you could just start adding to it as you wish. And I sort of hesitate also to call these just glue books, because I also do a lot of like doodling within them, and I don't necessarily have like an idea of what I want, but I take my time just adding things to the pages. I just love gluing things on a page. I love using stickers. I love using washi. Magazine images are some of my favorites to use in these as well. And so anyways, I sort of combine a lot of things, but primarily it's things that I can stick on, and so therefore I'm calling it a glue book. I know a friend of mine uses her kind of like little booklet for note taking and to write lists, you know, throughout the day. And that's something fun as well, because I write lists all the time. And so I guess having a dedicated little booklet to do that, and then you can just toss it when you're done. You're reusing things, you're repurposing things, and you're only getting rid of them when you've used as much as you can from it. So that's also something that I think is wonderful with these types of projects. All right, so now I'm just going ahead and just gluing these flaps down, because I did have flaps on some of these envelopes. It also helps make my envelope page a little bit sturdier, and that's always great if you want to add something a little bit thicker. I'm going to try to keep this glue book as flat as possible, so I won't be adding embellishments or things that you can interact too much with. It will just be a lot of things that I'm gluing down. So I wanted to show you, I opened up my pocket there, and then I did do my first spread, and I absolutely love it. I used some stickers, some washi tape, some magazine images. I've done a little bit of doodling. I've got some Daphne's Diary page stickers and stuff. So this is the next one, and I found this Live Mindfully in a magazine, and of course I had saved all my little magazine scraps to use in my projects. I'm pulling out some of my stickers that I've been meaning to use, and maybe that go with a fall theme. I haven't quite decided if I'm doing like a theme or if I'm just adding things. I did get these pieces from, I believe, Your Creative Studio, some of them. And I'm trying to decide if this is something I want to add to one of my pages, but I think this is a little bit more vintage, and I'm trying to keep my little glue book a little bit more kind of fun and colorful, and, you know, not to have coffee stain and that sort of thing on it. I did want to show you quickly my cute little pencil case or marker holder. I love how it, you know, it becomes like a little stand when you zip it down. I have two of these and I absolutely love them. By the way, any supplies that I show that I think you might be interested in, I will link them in the description box below in case you wanted to check them out. All right, so I'm just showing you some really easy pieces here that I've cut out from magazines, and of course some leftovers from my printed page on sticker. These ones are from Daphne's Diary, and as you all know, I love Daphne's Diary magazines. I've already cut out some of these pages. These are from, I think, maybe last year from the magazine. Of course, I've been using it up in many things. As you can see, I just cut things and then leave something else that I think I might need. Any little images like this I also love, because it could come in handy depending on, you know, what I'm trying to put down on paper. And anything goes, really. Like, for example, here I'm going to be using these leaves for my project for sure, I think, because at this point, since I am thinking fall season, then these will come in handy as well. So yeah, just gather your favorite things. I think this for me is a moment to really enjoy when I'm doing my my glue book spreads on my pages here, because it's just putting down things that I find interesting. you know, paper, stickers, washi, as I was mentioning, that kind of make me happy when I see it, and or reminds me of something that I might want to do or try. And also gives me a break from having to plan ahead. I think we do that so often with just about everything. And a lot of the times, even let's say if I was trying to do a little bit of collaging, that would have a plan on it. I would have, you know, to think about how many pieces and maybe a color, a design. There's a lot that goes into that. And when it comes to a glue book, it's just gluing things down that you like. There is definitely a process I have seen when people use glue books. Sometimes maybe they just have an entire color, you know, that is dedicated to that glue book, or each page is a different color, or let's say each page is just flowers or an animal or something. And I really don't do that very much. I like to just go with the flow. As I said, I gather my pieces, I put them in a little pile, and then I just go through them and add whatever brings me joy at that moment. And really, truly, I think every time I've done this with all my little glue books that I've prepared before, and I'm going to even say that they could be like, I don't know, art journals or something like this. I just enjoy the process. And then when I go back, I really like what I did, or, you know, what I added to the page. Even if I'm not 100% happy with something, it was still at that moment that I wanted to do it, and I went for it. And that's sort of where I think there's that freedom of just playing with your supplies and using some of them up. You know, when it comes to things that might be a little precious, maybe make a photocopy of it. If it's just for your own personal use, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, you could tear it up and add it to your creative projects, and then you still have your precious scrapbook piece of paper or whatever it is that you didn't want to cut up, but you got to use an image of it really in your project, and it's for yourself and for you to enjoy. So I think that's always something that is okay to do. I think when that gets tricky is when people start to try and sell something that they photocopied from someone that, you know, did not give them the right to photocopy and sell. And so that would be a whole other story there. But anyways, back to putting this spread together. I absolutely just love piecing it together. I might come back at some point and maybe add some, you know, marker doodles or something, or pen doodles, but I just really want to just glue things down that I will enjoy seeing again. Now, one thing I am doing with this one is I'm noticing my little window on my envelope, and I'm trying to put an image that will look nice, kind of seen through the window. Trying is the word I'm using here because it doesn't always work out. I end up sometimes covering it, and then it just becomes a layer of pieces. But I still love the idea of having like that little window from the envelope that you can see through to see what's coming on the next page. Again, these supplies, I think I mentioned, I'm using a lot of my stickers from Your Creative Studio. I have lots of videos and unboxings for them if you wanted to check them out. I will link them below. I kind of keep some of my favorites on hand, or things that I want to use very soon. And then I just go for it. And I really like these black and white stickers because they kind of give me that neutral sort of bit to my my glue book as well. And so it just gives me a variety of, you know, colors and that sort of thing, which I also enjoy. I will also put a playlist below showing you how I like to use junk mail envelopes. I have, oh my gosh, I have so many videos, different ideas on what I've done with junk mail envelopes. And I think you might find some more ideas in one of those videos. So I will also link that below. I did want to say something. If you're still watching, you kind of get a little sneak I guess, info on it. I'm planning on starting another kind of like a swap. It will include anyone that's on social media, but also anyone that is not on social media, because I know there are many of you that are not always, you know, on social media. You watch the videos, but that's as far as you go with it. So I will be planning something very soon, and I'm so excited about it. I think it's always fun to, you know, get mail from other people and get to know other people in our community. And sometimes it's hard when you're not on social media, but also even if you do have your own social media platform, it's still hard to connect with others that might want to do something similar. So of course, you know, working on my glue book, it makes me think about getting some things in the mail that I could add to my own journals, or my glue books, I should say, that I may not have. It's always exciting to have something new, even if it's just a small little envelope of something, right? So anyways, keep an eye out on that video that's coming up very soon. And hopefully you'll be able to take part, and, you know, we can kind of start a nice little swap going, I guess, before the holidays, because I think it's always fun to plan ahead, and maybe we will have a theme. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment below if you've listened this far and been kind of following me this video this far. Let me know what you think about another swap that I'm going to set up, and if you're the type of person that would want to take part. So back to my supplies. I remembered I had some cut up pieces from, I believe this is Digital Collage Club. And I always have some little extras when I want to create something. And these are perfect for my glue book, because I can just, again, add one of my favorite images at this point, at this moment, and then just, you know, leave it in there and just really enjoy this process of just using up what I have in my stash. I'm going through a lot of my past glue books and journals, and all the completed ones. And I get so excited looking back at, you know, what I was doing then and what was happening then. So I think even though with a glue book, I'm not doing like journaling per se, I'm not writing things down. The fact that I took that time to put this together, and I know that I enjoyed it, and maybe, you know, I will remember what I was thinking or feeling, or what kind of inspired this, is always something fun to look back on. So again, I kind of removed this sticker because I wanted to add another piece at the bottom, and I do this sometimes when I find something and I think I just need to use it. I will just add it and find a way to glue it back on. I think it would definitely be easier though if I used more stickers and in the projects, because then I wouldn't have to be gluing as much. But truly, I don't mind gluing. That's the whole point of this mini journal, I guess. So I hope you are enjoying this video so far. Let me know if you want to see me add more to the journal, if you want to see more of my journal spreads and how I'm putting them together. As I think I mentioned in a few videos before, I kind of just start sometimes. I don't turn on the camera, because if I'm just inspired to get started, I just go for it. It also will depend if the video is, you know, interesting to those of you. If it gets enough views, then I'll think like, okay, yes, you do want to see this. If I get enough likes, then it lets me know that you want to see this type of video. But if it doesn't get enough views or likes or comments, then it means that, you know, it's not something that was your cup of tea, so I don't have to continue making them, and I can just make them for myself. So that's not a big deal either. But let me know in the comments below if you want to see the process of me continuing to add my journal spreads, or my glue book spreads, I should say, to this easy to make glue book. Let me know if you're making some, and please tag me if you've been inspired to make some and you're actually using it. I would love to see how you use yours. And here's another quick suggestion. If you are on Facebook, I do have a Facebook group called Using Your Junk Journals. I will link it below. And you can just check out how everyone actually uses their journal, not necessarily adding elements to it in a sense of interactive pockets or that sort of thing, but just actually using your journal and, you know, seeing how the pages get put together, and how you journal in them or create in them, that sort of thing. Anyways, my friends, I hope this video was something that you found a little bit helpful, that it helped you get over your little hump of creativity. Maybe you haven't been creating a little bit. This might get you going. Again, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think, and keep an eye out for my video, my swap video coming up. I'll have all those details for you as well. All right, thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time. Thanks so much for stopping by.